Welcome to Cruise Connector. Today I'll be showing you around the Carnival Conquest. This ship surprised me. I wasn't expecting much, but it turned out to be one of my favorite ships I've ever been on. So on this sailing, I sailed April 24th, 2026 through April 27th, 2026. And it was a very short cruise. While I loved the ship, I did not love the ship time frame. So I found out I prefer at least a 5-day cruise. I will probably never go on another 3-day cruise again. But this cruise departed out of Miami, and there was one day at sea, and then one stop at Celebration Key, and then back to Miami. So very short. On this trip, I actually did a back-to-back for the first time. So I went on the Carnival Conquest, and then I went on the Carnival Sunrise. So total it was 8 days at sailing. But right now we're walking around on the top deck. So as usual, they have the jogging track. You can run around. And there's not too much to see on these upper decks, just spots to sit. You have basketball courts and just the usual. So I will come back once there's more on the screen to talk about. So while we're exploring the top decks, I'll talk a little bit about my experience on the ship. So on the sailing, I did have an aft-facing balcony on the corner of the back of the ship. So I had a nice long balcony that wrapped around. And as far as vibration went, I did not feel much at the back. So it was a smooth sailing on this one. The food at the main dining room and Guy's Burger, some of the best I've ever had on Carnival. So compliments to the chefs on Carnival Conquest for the April 2026 sailing. The food was very tasty. So as I'm filming this, we were ported at Celebration Key. I did get off the ship and explored the right side of the island. It's very nice when you get to the um, pier. They have a shuttle that's free, and it drives you up to the island. So as long as that pier looks, just know you don't have to walk the whole thing. But the island is okay. I like the left side of the island better than the right. And I definitely recommend going into the ocean if you're stopping at Celebration Key. It is warm and just beautiful. So I know they have all those pools on the island, but definitely go in the ocean. Alright, so we're going up to it's a foosball table. A little ping pong. Big chessboard. They always have so many options on Carnival for different things to do. And they have a little kids' playground right here. Here we have the Serenity area, the beloved relaxation area without kids. I did notice the decking on the ship does kind of show its age. And I also learned on this trip not to walk barefoot in the Caribbean on the deck. You definitely burn your feet, so make sure you have shoes, even if it's a short distance from the hot tub or pool to the lounge chair. I did notice that they have longer sailings on the Carnival Conquest, so if you want to try the ship out but don't really like the short sailings, look for an 8-day or 7-day cruise. They do have them. And this ship was themed towards France. A lot of Paris, France themes on here. Once we get inside. I know the outside just seems normal, like nothing special, but overall I really did like this ship, so I would recommend going on it. And the smaller ships are nice, you know, you don't have to walk a mile to get to dinner every night. Everything's closer. A lot of wood grain on this ship as well. couple workers coming through. They asked me which ship I liked the best, and I couldn't answer them. I said I like all of them. They're all unique. So I do like going on different ships just to explore something new every time I go cruising. And they have the glass door elevators with the atrium. I really liked that when I went on the Carnival Magic. It had the same overlook into the atrium. And they had a lot of pictures up on the ceiling, so if you go on the ship, look up occasionally and you might see some paintings up there. Of course, we have the beloved Guy's Burger, and the whole ceiling is wood. I really like that part. I know on day one when I boarded Guy's Burger, the line for it probably took an hour to get through, get my food. But the rest of the trip, it didn't have a line, so. Only on boarding day, everybody try and get their first taste of the food. Here we have the Blue Iguana Cantina, serving up tacos and burritos. Always a good lunch. They also have breakfast there, but I don't really like burrito for breakfast. Got some ice cream machines. And then walk into the buffet area. I like that all the food is in one area. Banzai Sushi Express. Breakfast Grill. All of their cakes were on this little table to the right there. It's not like your regular buffet cakes. Definitely try the cake on Carnival in the buffet. It's very good. And upstairs here we have another restaurant. I'll say this is the chicken and waffles. Chicken waffles and waves. So the chicken comes without sauce. And they just give you sauce on the side. I didn't try the waffles. And the seafood shack up there ahead. And then another ice cream machine and some coffee. This is the pool at the back of the ship area. The seafood shack is extra. It's not free. And we have the pizza pirate. As always, good pizza from Carnival. Back into the buffet area. One nice thing about the smaller ships is a lot of times there's not as many passengers on it as the big ones, so it doesn't feel crowded like the big ones can feel sometimes in tight spaces. Looks like the steakhouse is up those steps. Alright, so on this side we have another choice for food. It's the deli. I didn't try that one out. I'm not a huge fan of subs. Unless I get Subway. Got a little coffee bar here. And that one didn't seem as busy as the other one, so if you're going to get a coffee, you might want to check out the one in the buffet. It's not free. I thought those little statues at the end of the staircases were cool. It's a unique feature. Here we have some of the shops. Isn't that just beautiful? I thought so. At the Carnival store for Carnival branded merchandise. Heroes Tribute Bar. Cherry on top to the left there. Kind of a smaller one, but kind of smaller ship. That's to be expected. Some of the jewelry stores. I think I've found when I go on a ship, my experience kind of depends on my expectations before even stepping foot onto the ship. So with Carnival Conquest, I had really low expectations. It was a lot better, surprisingly, than what I thought it would be. Maybe that's why I liked it so much. So coming up into this hallway here, I have these really pretty lights hanging from the ceiling. There's also the coffee place right here. I was down here quite a bit every morning. And then the Carnival Adventures store. That's a lot of workers walking right there. Anyways, so they had some free pastries as well at the coffee shop. And then to the right here is the non-smoking casino. The actual bigger casino is also half smoking, half non-smoking. So they just had a separate one that was zero smoking in it as well. So that was nice. Called this Impressionist Boulevard. quite sure what that place was. I didn't go to it. There's the arcade to the right. I just have a hard time getting the camera up there. There we go. The warehouse arcade. I'll put the tilt lock on and then trying to look up somewhere. It doesn't work out, so still getting used to the camera. But with anything, I get better with more experience, so just imagine 5 years from now my videos might be something really special. But for now, it gives you a look at the ships, and it gives me a chance to look back at my adventures all in one place. So hopefully some of what I talk about in these will help you. Or maybe you'll see something that you want to make sure you experience if you're going on the ship. We have the alchemy bar coming up here. Again, look up at the ceiling. There's so many paintings up there. So unique. The ship really surprised me. I believe this was the piano bar. I like going to those occasionally and just hearing the person playing the piano. I go on cruises to relax, get rid of stress. I'm not a drinker, so I don't drink any alcohol on these cruises. Just water and coffee. Sometimes the occasional virgin pina colada or strawberry daiquiri. But lately those are too sugary, so I wish they had more options for mocktails on the ships. This room was pretty. They continued with those lights in here. The sparkles. This area is pretty neat. Had a bunch of, I think they call them busts, the heads, pillars, and that big wooden circle. Really cool area. I believe it was a bar. If I like drinking, I'd probably sit down there and hang out, but I did not. I just walked through it. You know, when we started out, you're probably wondering why I like this ship, but hopefully you're starting to see why. It's very unique. I'm not someone that usually likes yellow gold. I'm sure it's not real gold, but it just makes it look more grand. I have the Club O2 down here. Ages 15 to 17. Now we're on deck 3. It's the bottom level of the atrium. The ceiling in here is pretty cool looking too. This was the dining room. You can see little Eiffel Towers. I had them on the edge of the booths and on the walls. I think what made this ship look so neat was all the lights on the ceiling shining down. Very well lit. Alright, now we're getting to the center of the ship, where the atrium is. Of course, they have the atrium bar. And then guest services. That line never went down the whole cruise. I do try not to film people as I'm walking around filming the ship. That's why I always try to film on port days, so. Not everyone wants to be on camera and on YouTube. On the right here is the short excursions desk. And then the photo studio. Library on the left. I always seem to have board games or books in there. This area is where all they put all your photos. It's neat, like crazy how much space they dedicated to the photos. And here we go, mini golf. I discovered this later on after I already did the upper decks. There's only 9 holes. A small mini golf course. I'm curious to know if you've ever sailed on the Carnival Conquest. If you have, let me know down below in the comments, and let me know what you thought of it, if you liked it or if you didn't like it. How long of sailing you're on. So maybe the 3-day was just enough for the ship, and the 8-day you might get tired of it. I don't know. I think my room might have had to do with a lot of why I liked the cruise as well. The aft-facing balcony. Alright, well that brings us to the end of the ship tour. I did want to mention while you're here, I do make personalized coloring books. If you're interested in buying one for a gift, you can use this code for 25% off your purchase on my website, or you can also go to the website and every book has a link to Amazon, so it'll take you right to Amazon to purchase it. And then I also created a memoir of my journey leading up to last May when I discovered to start making the personalized coloring books. And after I looked back on my journey, I realized I feel like everything happens for a reason. So it's a motivational book, hopefully inspire many people with it to chart out their own path and find their purpose in life. So anyways, with that, we'll see you on the next one. Happy cruising.